All right, welcome to the attic studio, not the woods, whatever you want to call this place. We are doing my first collab video. Now, I've seen a lot of collabs online, and I've tried to figure out what it would look like to do one on my channel. I want it to be practical, want it to be helpful, and the thing that came into my mind was we're going into the holidays, and a lot of people are asking about gifts to get for people that like to camp, off-road, overland. I just felt like this would be a great time for me to reach out to some of my buddies that have YouTube channels and ask them if they would give me their favorite items to camp with for under $100. And so I'm gonna kick it off. I reached out to 7 other YouTube channels. I'm gonna share their items as well, but I'm gonna kick it off. The first one here is this Kona spatula set. Now, here's why I love this. First of all, it's super compact. Second, it's magnetized, so you can pull this apart. You can see you've got your spatula, you've got the fork, and then you've got your tongs. Now, you can pull this out and it extends, so you get a little bit more room. Bottle opener, can opener, all the items do it. And then you just push like a pocket knife. You push the little lever to slide it back in. And I'm always losing stuff, misplacing stuff, and I love how compact this is. I love how easy it is to retrieve, and I use it every single time I go out. Now, the other item that goes with me every time that I go out, but I don't use it every time, this is more precautionary, is this burn gel. Now, the brand you get doesn't matter. I recommend going with the one that has lidocaine in it, but if you camp with kids, eventually you're gonna need this. Now, it's good to have regardless, but especially if you have kids. I just recently went on a trip where my 3-year-old daughter
poopy heart
grabbed a lava rock out of a propane fire pit after it had just been turned off. So it's still really hot. We actually had to leave the woods and drive back to my hometown to take her to Children's Hospital and get her treated. It was a whole ordeal, but the fact that we had lidocaine burn gel made all the difference. Next up, I want to pitch it over to my buddy Will. Will has a great channel with tons of cool content. All these guys that I'm suggesting, I'm going to put their channels down below. Recommend you guys subscribe to them. They're awesome. But let's see what Will recommends.
Hey everybody, my name's Will and I have the channel Venture to Roam, and we do some pretty fun overlanding stuff over there. But I'm super happy to be collaborating with Caleb on this project. I've been a fan of his for a long time, so I'm stoked to share with you a great piece of gear for under $100. And my pick is the Gluetread 4x4 sidewall repair kit. That's right, a sidewall repair kit that actually works. I've seen it work. The folks over at Morrison Offroad were doing demos of this kit at Overland Expo East, and I saw them put a sidewall tear in a tire and then use one of these kits to patch it up and make it good as new, no leaks. The kit retails for $60 on their website, but if you use the link in the description of this video, you can save 10%. I think this makes an awesome gift for the overlander or off-roader in your life. It's a perfect addition to your own kit if you don't want to wait for someone to buy it for your birthday or Christmas or something. And I think this is going to become a very standard piece of gear in everyone's kit in the future. So thanks again, Caleb, for having me on your channel. I am a huge fan of your content, and I know the folks watching this video are going to find a ton of great ideas for gear. Until next time, I'm Will from Venture to Roam. I'll see you later.
Dude, I love that. So I actually have a video from like a year and a half ago when I got my first flat in the Ozarks, puncture the sidewall of the tire, ended up having to put on the spare, go out, and I ended up replacing that entire tire. And had I known of a good way to repair that sidewall, that could have helped me out a lot. So I'm definitely adding this item to my Christmas list. I appreciate that, Will. So next up, you're gonna hear from my buddy David. Now, David, of all the items that were mentioned in this collab, his is probably my favorite.
My name is David with Off the Grind, and in today's video, we're gonna talk about the best thing you can get for under $100 for camping and overlanding. And there's a lot you can get for under $100. You can get a pretty decent first aid kit, for example. You can get a good shovel and axe setup. You can get a fire extinguisher and mount. Hell, you could even get decals to promote your social media. But the best thing, in my opinion, is whiskey. There's very little that's better than after a long day on the trail, enjoying the beautiful views that you fought so hard for with a nice glass of whiskey. And unlike other items I mentioned, whiskey will do more for you. For example, an axe will only cut wood. A first aid kit will only save your life. Whiskey though, you can have it neat, You can have it on rocks. You can make an old fashioned, a whiskey sour. You can put some coconut if that's what you're into. And each and every single one of those variations is gonna take you on a different journey. Whiskey is not just another tool to make your adventure a little easier. It is an item that will enhance your experience altogether. It's something that you can share with friends and make memories around that adventure and that glass. And if you're alone, helps numb that pain as well. Either way, whiskey is my vote for best item under $100 for overlanding. So let's raise a glass to Caleb for putting this video together for all of us to enjoy. Cheers.
Cheers right back at you. When you said the thing about first aid, it only can save your life. Dude, that killed me. That was awesome. The bourbon is a wonderful thing to have on a camping trip, and I appreciate you sending that recommendation. Love it. Let's move on to my buddy Eli. Now, Eli is a guy that actually is close to me. I've wheeled with him. If you know the videos on my channel, you've probably seen him pull me out of some mud pits and bad situations. I try to forget the fact that he has a Jeep, but Eli's got a great channel, great content. Let's see what he recommends.
What's up, guys? If you guys don't know me, I'm Eli from Whatever with Wheels YouTube channel, and Caleb has asked me to pick my favorite camping / overlanding item under $100. So we'll just jump right into it. Mine is gonna be my camp stove. So we're gonna use this as more of a category than this particular stove in general, because there are lots of camp stove options that are great camp stoves under $100. This one's the Coleman 2-burner. You can buy this at just about anywhere. Even, Walmart carries these. I think they're about 40 bucks. My favorite part of most camping trips is pulling into camp at the end of a day on the trail and cooking up a good meal, sitting around the fire with the guys and, just enjoying it. Cheap stove is all you need. You don't got to go buy any $300, $400, or $500 camp stove. Some of those are cool, but do you need it? Nah. So that's going to be my number one item under $100. So we will see you guys later, and be sure to check out my channel, Whatever with Wheels.
The tried and true Coleman stove. Man, so I've tried a bunch of different stoves. I've tried the Jetboil stuff. I'm running the GSI, that real thin profile one. Love those stoves, but there's just something about those cheap Colemans. They've been making the same way for 50 years. You can't break them. I've got 2 of them, and you just know what to expect, and they do what they advertise. And yeah, can't go wrong. It's Coleman stoves, awesome products. Love it. All right, let's move over to my buddy Fletch. Now, Fletch is a guy that I met just a couple months ago, and I already can tell he and I would have a blast if we got to go on a camping trip together. So, Fletch, let's make that happen. He has a couple of suggestions that I never would have thought of, and they're super interesting. So you guys check this out.
All right, hey guys, come here. Closer. Nope, closer. All right, I cheated. Don't tell Caleb, but I cheated on this video, okay? I picked a couple things that combined are about half of the $100 requirement that he wanted from us. So just don't tell Caleb, okay? It's fine. But if you want to see my couple of things that I did pick that are significantly less than $100 that add a little bit of fun, they're not really to be taken seriously. They're kind of funny items, but they're useful and they do make your trips better. So if you want to see that stuff, stay tuned.
All right, so as you can see, we're at the back of my truck. I've got a ice cold fridge. I've got a hand-built drawer system. I've got a bunch of gear in here, but the $100 cap actually made it pretty hard. I had to think quite a bit to kind of find these couple of things. And then the more that I thought about it, the easier it was to kind of find these 2 things. So the first one is really cheap. You could probably get 4 of these for I think like 10 or 12 bucks. This is just a little tiny portable medicine or pill holder. What I use this for is, if you're out in the wilderness and you happen to engage in drinking some adult beverages, perhaps, maybe bourbon, maybe beer, whatever you're into, you might have a headache the next day. But they hold a good amount of like ibuprofen and stuff, but they have basically these little splitters and little dividers where you can then pop this open and fill this with ibuprofen or whatever you want. But then that way I've got a little bit of everything. If you've got kids, if you need Dramamine, if there's a million different little things that you need to carry with you, this is a great option to carry that stuff. Then the other thing is a little bit more expensive than this. It runs about 30 bucks. These, my friends, are portable, fold-out cornhole boards. They basically pop out like sort of those pop-up tents, that sort of thing. They're like metal, and they pop up, and then they come with the cornhole bags in here, and then you have portable, take anywhere, really small footprint cornhole boards. So the reason that I bring this up is this is not a necessity thing, right? And the whole point of this video was to pick things that we really love, that really like improve our trips that we take with us. I got this one a couple months ago. I've used it on a few trips now, and it's been a blast. So again, I wanted to think a little bit outside the box. You know, most of these big things are going to be more expensive, but I think stuff like this, little sort of inexpensive stuff, even if it's not a necessity thing or a survival type of thing, having something like portable cornhole boards can make your trips a lot more fun. So those were my favorite things under $100. I'd love to know what yours are. Post up in the comments down below. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, my name's Fletch, and my channel is All Things Overlanding. There will be a link in the description down below, and I'd love to have you guys. But thanks to Caleb for having me, and I hope to see you guys over on my channel.
See, I really like what Fletch did here because he mentioned something practical. So the pill organizer, obviously that's a great thing to have. Keep yourself organized, kind of goes with the first aid theme. But then he also mentioned something that's purely fun. You know, when we go camping, it's not like there's ever a time where there's not something to do. I mean, when you're out in the outdoors, there's always rocks and sticks and places to climb and explore. So my kids usually stay pretty busy, but sometimes you just want to pull out a deck of cards, play a game. You know, so the cornhole deal, I could definitely see that being a huge hit with my family. And I'm definitely adding that to my list, so I appreciate that, Fletch. This next guy you're gonna hear from is my buddy, Grant. Now, just full disclosure, Grant was not aware of this collab. I was at Rendezvous in the Ozarks, Grant was there, and I just walked up to him. He was running the Backwoods booth, and I was like, hey man, I'm doing this collab. Would you like to be a part? Put him on the spot, stuck a camera in his face, 3, 2, 1, go. And he actually delivered a pretty great recommendation. So you guys check this out.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Grant with Arkansas Offroad, and we're talking best mods, best anything under $100 on your rig, and I have one that's easy for you. So this is all cool and stuff, but how are you supposed to camp without a bottle opener? I mean, you'd be a rookie not to have this. How are you supposed to stay hydrated? You need this. Open it up, easy, you can mount it anywhere on your rig, no excuses, buy one. Thanks for watching.
David and Grant, you guys need to plan a trip together. You got the beer bottle opener, you got the bourbon guy. Maybe invite Fletch, he can bring a little ibuprofen. Great, simple item. And, you know, it's made by Yeti, so that's probably right at the $100 mark. But still, it's probably under, so I appreciate you being a part of the collab, bro. That's great. Next up, you're gonna hear from a dude that I camp with all the time. He's a really close friend of mine, Jacob Biddle. And, you know, Jacob runs an awesome channel. So let's hear what he has to say about the light that he loves to use.
What's up guys, Jacob Biddle with Eagles Overlanding here, and we are at my favorite campsite in the Ozark National Forest. Don't ask me where it's at, because I won't tell you. But Caleb Baker reached out asking what my favorite gadget is under $100, and I have chosen the Goal Zero. That was a fail. The Goal Zero Crush Light. So let's get into some of the features and why I like this light so much, which secretly Caleb loves too. He just won't tell y'all. Maybe he will. So some features with this light is it's compact, it's rechargeable, it has solar charging capabilities, it's got a hanger, so you can hang it anywhere, it changes colors. I primarily use this light for cooking or for mood lighting, as I am right now. So this light I have gotten through Bass Pro Shops. It's about $25 if I remember correctly. But if you're interested, I'm sure there will be a link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Caleb, thank you for reaching out. And y'all enjoy the video.
Yeah, bro, that Goal Zero light is killer. We've used it for practical purposes, for video purposes. It's just an all-around great tool. And so I appreciate you recommending that. That definitely is going on the list. Last and definitely not least are my good friends, Jason and Kate. This is a power camping couple, if there ever was one. They have a great little channel here in my neck of the woods. Super involved in the community. So I reached out to them and asked them if they'd be willing to recommend something. And this is what they had to say.
What's up, everyone? Jason and Kate here from Experiencing Arkansas, and we are going to give you our 2 favorite items of gear that we use for under $100 each.
Mine is the Mac XP Pop Chair.
Mac Sports.
Mac Sports, sorry. I don't have to get all the way down to the ground. It's super easy, and we each have one. This is it. It's just as compact as all of the little folding
camp chairs.
The little origami chairs.
Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid.
But it probably weighs 4 or 5 pounds. I love it. It's sturdy.
Show them how it opens.
Oh.
Just like any of your other pop chairs, they have the little plastic fittings where everything goes together. This does not. This only has 2 of the little bungee looped pipes, and then everything else, just like a normal camp chair, unfolds. So that breaks down super quick. Also has tabs. You can see here, it's got the tabs that'll help you put it on and off real easy. And
there's no
these
busted
are really nice.
knuckles to get that on. It's great.
And my favorite gear is the stackable, this is from Sam's Club's, the Tactix Toolbox Kit. I like this because this whole combination is $80 versus you can go get Rigid, Milwaukee, DeWalt. Some of them are $80, $300 combos that'll essentially do the same thing. But this is not going to a job site. This is just for our overlanding gear. And I can pick this up as it is and store it in the back of the Jeep. It has locking tabs you can take on and off what you need. I keep stuff that I need to get to quick here. This has got like our kitchen gear here, miscellaneous camp gear here. And for what we use it for, it works great. And the plus side, I'm almost positive that a Harbor Freight makes a very similar kit that has these same locking tabs. So you can interchange and mix those with the Harbor Freight boxes as well. And this, again, $80, and I think this is under $40 from Amazon.
On wheels.
Yeah,
he just lifts it up, puts it in the Jeep, and then we wheel it.
Yep. And that is our 2 favorite pieces of gear. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Jason and Kate. Awesome recommendations. I mean, so there you have it. You've got a bunch of different things to kind of pick and choose from. Those 12 items, hopefully they'll give you some gift ideas going into the holidays. I appreciate you guys watching this. I hope it was informative and helpful. As I said before, links to all the channels involved in this collab down below. Go subscribe to their stuff. Also links to all the items that were mentioned in this down below. And some of these creators get a little kickback if you use the link. I'm trying to use the ones that help those creators out. So definitely check those out instead of just doing a Google search or something. That way they get a little love from it as well. Appreciate y'all, as always. If you want to watch more stuff, you know the deal. You can check out this video up here or this one down here. And most importantly, remember, the more you camp, the less deer the aliens abduct.